What's going on, everyone? So, Bronny James is really he's playing well. Seriously, he's playing well on both sides of the basketball. He's showing that he has the capability of being that point of attack, athletic, two-way defender. He's also been great offensively. Right? Not something that hey, throw him out there and let him be a primary scoring option. Nothing like that. But you're seeing the improvements. You're seeing the growth with Bronny James, and that's what you love to see. I mean, he looks like a completely different player from year one to now. And it's great. That's what you want to see. Talk about Max Christie, right? Max Christie, year one, looked like a guy that was trying to make the team. And it's like, dude, you're already on the team. Slow it down. Let the game come to you. Let you figure some stuff out. Then you saw that strides and those leaps in the second year where you're just like, okay, he's better than everybody. He's the best guy on the team. He's better than everybody. He's an NBA player. And you're seeing the same thing with Bronny. Right? Bronny's he's better than everybody. He belongs on the team. Like, he's exactly what this Lakers team needs. He's athletic. He's defensive. He gets after it. Dirty work, hustle plays, all of that. And he knows it too. Right? That's the key. Get a lot of guys that they don't necessarily want to embrace that role. They don't necessarily want to play that role, or they don't see that that's the role in which they're expected to play. But Bronny James knows, understands, and grasps that, like, hey, if I want to see the basketball court this year, if I want to play a role, this is what I need to do. He said it. He said it in interviews, right? That, like, I know I need to be, if I want to be on the basketball court, I have to be a defensive menace out there. Well, he's been that. But he's also hitting the corner three. He's taking guys off the dribble, getting to the basket, right? He's showing his creative abilities on the offensive side. He's not a perfect player. He's far from finished. He's also incredibly young still with what does he look like when he's Dalton Connect's age? Look at the growth from year one to now. If I showed you Dalton Connect, right, and I showed you Bronny James in this summer league, right, and you didn't know who they were, and I was just like, hey, which guy do you think was the 55th pick in the draft? Which guy do you think was the 17th pick in the draft? Every single person would go, that guy, Bronny James, was the 17th pick in the draft. Because he looks like it. He looks like a guy that belongs in the league right now. And he may potentially make Gabe Vincent expendable, right? Because Bronny James potentially provides everything you want from Gabe Vincent, just more athletic, better IQ, in my opinion, right? And applies even more, such as the rim pressure, the explosiveness, like all of these things. I would still like, if we were to trade Gabe Vincent, I would still like to go get a kind of veteran, or at least a more seasoned kind of two-way point of attack guy, even if it's just like a Josh Okogie or DeAnthony Melton or something like that, right? Just for like the games where he's struggling, or you get to the playoffs and, if that's a little too big for him right now, right? You don't want to kind of be stuck where it's like, but I don't have a problem with them kind of just throwing him to the wolves, right? Throw Bronny out there and, hey, dude, time to sink or swim. Year two, right? You want to be an NBA player? Figure it out. All right, and just let him go out there and figure it out. But you have to give him a level of consistency. You have to give him a level of stability. If you have him all over the place, then it's hard to find that level, right? But I just watching Bronny this summer, and I'm like, I think he could play that Max Christie role for us. I think he could slot in that 3-and-D. We'll see what he can do, as far as shooting the basketball, if he can stay consistent with it. But, I don't want to see him being like on ball heavy. I don't want to see him, be a guy. Like, I don't mind if he initiates. I think he'd be fine initiating, just bringing the ball up, get it to Luka, get it to LeBron, get it to Reeves, and then he just kind of moving off ball. That I think he'd be, but he's not ready yet to be that primary playmaker, running an offense. I don't want to see him off the bench running an offense. But you're not even really looking for Gabe Vincent to be a guy running off that. Gabe Vincent isn't really this playmaking, slice and dice guy. He's a 3-and-D guard. And you're probably always going to have one of LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves on the basketball court. If not at least two of them on the basketball court at all times. So you don't need Bronny to be out there and to self-create and create for others and stuff. Right? You want to encourage him. Hey, if you're open, take the shot. Right? But if they close out, attack the closeout. Don't settle, right? Boom. And you saw that more this last game, right? Like, he is attacking closeouts. He's hitting the closeouts hard, getting to the basket, applying that rim pressure. Perfect. You can be the swing man. You don't have to be so passive. We need you to be aggressive. Be aggressive on both sides of the basketball. I need you defending at a high level, and I need you to hit shots and be confident when you shoot. I want you to believe every time you shoot that basketball, it is going in, right? And you start building that kid's confidence. I really do. Just watching Bronny James, I think you get rid of Gabe Vincent, or at least I think it's more digestible. And the reason for it is one guy in Bronny is making, $3 million. Right? Another guy is making $11.5 million. Trade the $11.5 million guy, keep the $3 million guy, feed him to the Wolves, and see if he sinks or swims. That's what I want to see. I want to know what Bronny can bring to this team. I think we've seen enough in Summer League, and this was the thing here, right? Max Christie did the same thing in year 2. And a lot of us were going, hey, we'd love to see him in the rotation, at least for the regular season. If you don't want to play Bronny in the playoffs because you don't trust him yet, right? Or maybe he doesn't show enough during the regular season, then fine, that's one thing. But over an 82-game season, you can't give this young man some level of consistency. Really, that was the frustration with Max Christie. He never got the moments. He never got the consistency. He never got the opportunity. And so he was a year behind. And then finally he gets the opportunity. And then he goes to Dallas and it's like, oh no, what did we do? Right? Why did we trade this kid? And look, I've said from the moment that the LeBron rumors, about LeBron being traded came out, I was like, I don't believe LeBron and Bronny should be a package deal. I think those two should be broken up. If you want to trade LeBron, if LeBron ends up leaving, fine. Again, I don't necessarily want him to leave, but if he does, fine. You keep Bronny. He's the exact type of player this team needs. Exact type of player. Athletic, point of attack defense. What are the Lakers trying to find right now? What is the top priority based on multiple reports and has been a top priority outside of the center position all offseason and including last year? Point of attack defense. What has Bronny shown at an NBA level? Point of attack defense, right? I'm fine with him being out there. You're not looking for him to play this season 30 minutes a night or anything like that. Maybe your off game here and there or whatever, sure. You're playing a bad team. It's like, give a guy a night, like Reeves has the night off. Start Bronny. Let's see what Bronny can do. Right, let's see how he handles it tonight. Then fine, I have no problems with that. But for the most part, probably playing him 12 to 15 minutes a night tops. Maybe again the occasional 20, 30-minute night. But more often than not, night in and night out, you're looking for Bronny to be that specialist. Come in, you're going to get 12 minutes a night, 10 minutes a night, whatever. And you're probably only going to get a couple. I'm not expecting him to average 10 points, probably average somewhere around 5 or 6 is probably what he's going to average point wise, right? You go out there, you might get a couple shots here and there, but we need you to defend and defend at a high level. We need you to do the dirty work, rebound, chase down loose balls, create turnovers, live ball turnovers, create and generate advantage plays. I think Bronny can be a guy that helps win us a couple games. And I don't mean in the sense of he's going to take over a game or anything like that. Maybe he has a 17 or 20 point game randomly one night. I'm talking more of just making winning plays, doing the dirty work, making the hustle moves that lead to wins that you might not get otherwise if you don't have those types of guys. Bronny is that guy right now for the Lakers. Now, maybe he evolves into, that co-star alongside Luka, or maybe he evolves into that just, starting level 3-and-D guard, right? That secondary playmaker, a guy that can be that point of attack, the guy that can knock down the 3 ball, do multiple things out there on the basketball. Maybe he just becomes nothing more than our 7th guy on the roster. Either way, I'm okay with it. I don't care. Either way, I think he's a guy that's going to be in the league. I think he's a guy that is going to be very good. I have been very high on Bronny from the moment we drafted him. People forget he was expected to be as high as a lottery pick come before the cardiac arrest and all that stuff. He was projected, I believe the Bayless mock draft or whatever, the main one, I think he was 15th or 17th off the top of my head, to the Atlanta Hawks. I know Atlanta was the one that was the mock draft at that time. I just don't remember if it was 15th or 17th off the top of my head. But point is that he was supposed to be anywhere from a lottery to mid first round pick. And then cardiac arrest happened and everything. And then, look, there were even reports that other teams want to draft him, but Rich Paul kind of did the whole, like, hey, he wants to go be with his dad type thing. So everyone kind of respected that and let it happen. Right? Like, this is a guy that I think has the potential to be a real NBA player. And I think that we may have just found our Gabe Vincent replacement. If you can turn Gabe Vincent into another quality piece, because the thing about trading Gabe Vincent, right, over, say, like a Maxi Kleber or whatever, is like, okay, who's going to be kind of like, ideally, you want Gabe Vincent to be that 3-and-D guard, and he fits that role perfectly. Right? The guy that can just knock down the three ball, but be that point of attack guy that can give you, 12 to 15 minutes a night off the bench, saw it alongside Luka, saw it alongside LeBron James, right? But if Bronny can really be that for you, then again, I don't think the impact that Gabe Vincent has over what Bronny could potentially have is worth $10 million. It's basically what it boils down to, right? But we'll see. Time will tell. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.